Hey, folks.
Oh.
Let us know if you can hear us and see us. I have two very special guests this evening. So if you're new to these live streams, underneath the video, there should be a little button for the live chat where you can go in there and you can write us a message and we'll see it over here. So if you see us staring this direction, we're looking at the chat. We're looking at all of your comments. This is the top chat. We'll switch it to the live chat so we can see all the messages. Yeah, we can see you and hear you. Thank you, Diana.
The word is we sound great.
Ooh, thank you.
Just good, but great.
So,
just kidding.
So Eddie and Chris have not been in one video since the spring stream. Where you guys been?
Just work.
You know,
work and family.
A lot of pursuits and stuff, you know.
Yeah, so I've seen maybe 24 comments over the last couple months. People saying, "Where are Eddie and Chris? Where are they? Why aren't they in any videos?" And it's just because I go and film videos on the weekdays, and these guys work.
Yeah,
jobs.
Real jobs, Brad.
We have, you know, many passions and projects.
Ohio River history. Hey, it says, thought you guys would have been at Digstock last week. Were you there, or why didn't you go?
Oh, I had to work, unfortunately.
I did not have to work, but it was the Halloween weekend.
Yeah,
and Chris and I at least have children, small children that are very excited about Halloween. So I stayed home and did Halloween stuff.
Yeah, it was like 3 days of Halloween.
It was
this year
because it was on a Monday, right?
Yeah,
Halloween. So Saturday and Sunday we actually had trick or treats in different towns and different things going on. So
bunch of parties,
and you know, it's not going to be too long before our kids are way too cool for us to go trick or treating with them.
I'm not ready to be that middle-aged man to be
right
out there all the time.
I'll go out. I'm always looking for an excuse to dress up.
Oh, really?
Celebrate Halloween.
You should have dressed up tonight. Maybe, you know, something.
What would it be? You know,
I don't know. What would a good costume be for Eddie, guys?
It have to be something in character. You know?
Yeah,
put it in the chat.
It feels out of character, right? Doesn't it feel? It just doesn't work. It just. Wait a minute. We're not there yet. We're getting there.
No, it's not complete.
Wait. Okay, that's more like it. I feel more myself now. Okay. Yeah. Something in the spirit, I think, would do.
I think that's great.
Banana.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Going to South America later this month, so you know.
We just brought that out right away. I thought maybe we would last longer than 3 minutes.
I don't know. When was I going to get such a, you know?
You're right. No, that was an appropriate time to do it.
Banana had to be peeled.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah. So that we didn't go. None of us went to Digstock this fall. We could have gone. We wanted to go, but there was just too much stuff going on. But there's one in the spring, which I will more than likely be going to. The one in North Carolina again. Although I'm not going to drive down again.
No,
that was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I think I'll probably fly down this time. So hopefully, if anybody's going to the spring Digstock in North Carolina, maybe we'll see you there. Maybe I'll see you there. So I have just a short. These guys, they've been out of the loop for 6 months. So I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk about. But I saw a comment there while we were waiting to go live that there was at least 2 or 3 people asking about the new series.
Wouldn't you like to know?
DeGraw Part 2, the sequel.
I like that.
The Return.
DeGraw 2.
And what do we want to say about series number 2? We'll choose our words very carefully.
That it's happening. A new series is happening.
I would go so far as to say it's 80% done.
Yeah, I think so. It's there. I mean, you know, the
music.
Right. Music's done. Music's there.
The theme song is done. It is on the SoundCloud. If you wanted to go to the webpage, gmmd.us, you can go to listen to music. It's on there.
And that's the 80%. So you got the rest to do.
It's going to be a really short. No, of all of the episodes that will be in the series, 80% of them are shot, edited, exported.
I'm really excited. I don't want to give it away, but I just think it's a new level for us.
It's definitely a new level.
Yeah.
Yep. People I've been speaking to in person were saying, "Oh, I can't wait to check out all those clues for the treasure that you guys hide." But we should say we're not doing that this time. It's going to be a completely new thing. That's all we'll say for now. But we'll also say maybe that it should be published in its entirety before spring. You think that's safe to say?
I think that's likely. I think it's likely.
Likely it'll be released before May 1st.
It's a definite maybe. Probably.
I'll be disappointed if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I would
We'll
be
put it that
too.
way.
I think everybody will.
That's all we'll say about the new series. So, hey, everybody. We haven't really said hi to anybody in the chat. Hi, Alan, Rhonda, Nick, Daryl.
Definite maybe.
And so, again, if you're new to these streams, generally we just kind of hang out and interact with the chat, give things away. We have a couple trivia questions. We have 4 trivia questions, and we'll give them. We'll do them at like 15:15, 30:30. We'll do 4 of them. We'll try to stream for about an hour tonight, and so in about 10 minutes we'll do the first giveaway. Connor's Relics and Treasure says, when can I metal detect with you? It's a good question. Invite me and I will metal detect with you. So I have a few things that I do want to talk about. In the same conversation as the series and DeGrau, if you haven't watched DeGrau, mute your computer, mute your phone for the next minute and a half. At the series finale of DeGrau, we revealed that we hid this treasure in the mountains, and it was found immediately. But there's a second treasure chest there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to point out that if you go to our website, gmmd.us, there is a page devoted to DeGrau in the chests. And two people have found that secondary chest now.
Only 2.
Just 2.
Wow.
It's still out there. And it's permanent. So all you have to do is decipher the clues in the videos, and you can find that secondary chest and still win something. So that still exists. That chest, although I haven't seen it with my own eyes in a year, but I assume it's still there.
We should go up check.
You should probably go check.
I can't. Yeah, we should. I can't believe only 2. You know, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in everyone. I thought everyone would be all over this. You know,
Well, I think that
get out and check it out.
once the chest full of silver bars,
Was found.
Yeah,
was found.
incentive. Yeah, okay, incentive. Yeah.
Yeah. but you still get a piece of silver if you find. I shouldn't say too much. If you find the secondary chest. Let's see. You guys are the best. Thanks, Justin. Have you metal detected old houses in Vermont? Connor asks. Sure. Tommy says, Days 2, have you looked further into its programming? Yeah, I use my own. I have 2 programs that I use that are of my own creation.
This is Hey Chris from Portugal.
I have 2 programs that I use, and in December, I think I've decided it's December. I will actually be giving away a Deus 2. The Deus 2 Lite. I don't think that's what it's called. It's like the master version. It's in the other room. So that should be fun. Alan says, did you go to the Plattsburgh dig stock? We didn't. We actually already talked about that. So if after the stream you can watch it from the beginning and you'll get that answer. Eddie, are those bananas on your outfit?
Heck yeah, they are.
So some people are just rolling in, and
I'm like,
there was a
what?
big reveal.
Maybe we should have waited.
As Chris said, he peeled. What did you say?
I don't remember.
I peeled my outer layer so I can, show, it's just me. And just show who I am, what I'm all about.
Right. So you said you're going. Where are you going?
I'm going to South America. I'm going to Ecuador, actually.
Are you going to wear this?
It's got to be in the luggage. It's got to be an
Okay.
outfit. Maybe pajamas.
They're
I don't
gonna be
know.
like-
Probably not going to go piranha hunting in it, but I might wear it to bed or out another place. I don't know.
You will definitely not look like a tourist. You'll fit right in.
That's what I was going for. I figured if I go in a little, low key, no one will suspect, hey, he's around here actually.
Sure. So thanks everybody for swinging by. What do we got? Like 330 people hanging out with us. Thanks for stopping by. So over the before we give something away, over the last maybe month and a half, I've been doing a lot of bottle digging. Have people been enjoying the bottle digging videos? Big thanks to Greg, who was kind enough to invite. It was funny because he emailed me and he's like, hey, I was pulling some logs on my land and I think I might have found a bottle dump. And I looked at his house and on the maps and all that stuff, and it looked like maybe there was a foundation on his house. So I showed up with my metal detector and, my shovel. And he's like, oh, yeah, this is where the bottle dump is. And I was like, whoa, okay. Put the metal detector back in the car. Let's dig up some bottles. And what a place. I've been with those 2 videos published right now, but I went back a 3rd time and we found even more stuff. Randy Bean sent $10 super chat. One channel I would like to support. It takes time to create these videos we enjoy. Keep them coming. Can you explain your permission process? Well, that's kind of a unique situation that probably isn't going to help many other people. But the vast majority of my permissions is from viewers emailing me asking if I want to come metal detect their property.
It wasn't always in that way,
It wasn't
Family,
always that way.
friends, and landowners that we know in the community.
Yes. I can honestly say I've never had to approach a stranger and ask permission to metal detect on their land, because it's, you start with family and then extended family and then extended family's neighbors and then friends and then friends' friends and farmers' friends. And then the channel started doing better, and then I started getting emails from strangers.
I can't tell you how many people you're talking to too, and like, yeah, I'm into metal detecting, whatever. And, oh, there's an old piece of land up on my father's so and so. You should check it out. I'm like, oh, okay. And then
Yeah. So I don't have a very helpful process for getting permissions. It's just being spoiled from strangers inviting me. Thanks for the super chat. Super chat, that's what it's called, right? So Jacob says, would love to see more bottle episodes. There's one more coming, and I think that Greg and I decided we'll go back next year because it's a huge dump. and we dug 2 pits each time. So there's like 6 trenches that we dug, and hundreds and hundreds of bottles.
That's crazy.
You should see my little curio. I have a new curio. Yeah, go check it out.
It's nice.
It's full of bottles now. It's mostly bottles, right? And I have a whole box down here that I haven't even cleaned yet. Ooh. This is a beer bottle from Troy, New York.
Yeah, one from Schenectady too, you mentioned.
Fitzgerald Bros Brew. Anyway, yes, I've got a lot of bottles. I've been dreaming for years and years and years to do some bottle digging, and now I've done it. Adam asks, ever found uranium glass in Vermont? I don't think so, but I did find a radium spring water bottle the first time. Radium was apparently a craze in the early 1900s. It was like a quack medicine type thing. I don't think it's very good for you.
Like all the medicines from back in the day.
Yeah,
Might give your skin that glow.
That's right. You know what? And speaking of bottles, let's do a giveaway. It's 1/4 after.
Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun, dun. So I'll tell these guys the answer. They probably don't know because they don't watch the videos. Don't say this word. This is the answer. So if you guys see it in the chat, you'll know. So this is how the giveaways work. It's not fair. I'm going to tell you, last time I got email saying, actually, I answered first. It's on our chat. Our chat window may be different from your chat window, okay? It's set to live chat. This is the best we can do. I'm going to ask a question. The chat's going to go a million miles an hour, people answering. The first one that we see that's correct is going to be the winner.
No pre-guessing.
Yeah,
Everybody
pre-guess.
always. They've already started.
I gotta say,
Jimmy says Croc. You win. No, it was not.
answer is actually Crocs.
Are you wearing Crocs? Not tonight.
Not tonight. No, I got sneakers on. I got sneakers, a little chilly. I will say, word of advice.
Yeah.
Plug in your Ethernet cables. Get your boosters on. Get first.
Actually, our chat froze. Unless
Oh.
people just stop talking.
They're waiting, man. They're getting ready. They're in.
Oh, no, there it goes.
They're in the QWERTY keyboard typing position, waiting.
Okay, are we ready? Oh, so what will you win? So the person who answers correctly first will get to go get something for free off of the Teespring, which is a bunch of apparel, shirts and hoodies and all kinds of stuff with the logo on there. So we'll get you a coupon code to get you whatever you want. Okay, here we go. Asking the question. On one of the 2 trips of bottle digging, one of us, Greg or I, found a bottle that was a household extract for making what at home? And I was super excited about it.
I actually saw this episode. So.
Oh, come on.
Oh, got it right there. Nick Haas. Nick Haas. Haas.
You got
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all of them.
Oh my
out there.
goodness.
People are watching.
Look at all of these.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, so
Ladies
this
and
is
gentlemen.
This is the bottle for making root beer at home. And I was...
Wow, everyone got it right. I gotta say,
Yeah.
you gotta give some credit to everyone. At least got it right. Wow.
Yes, there's no wrong answers in there. That's great. So yeah, so this I thought was amazing because have you ever made root beer at home?
I wanted to, but
Really?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, you can still buy that stuff today. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I thought it was amazing. It's really cool
Well,
bottle.
the fact that
Blue
you
bottle.
found an old bottle,
Right,
of them
yes.
is awesome.
That's exactly right. But we found like 4 or 5 or 6 of these, so it was a popular product in that area.
Someone had rotten teeth. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably. I don't know. Did they put sugar in it? Probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
Or was it like real root beer, like brewed? You know. It was probably different than what kids drink today, right?
Yeah, I think
I'd
you still
imagine.
put cane sugar in it.
All right, Nick, shoot me an email, what is it, Green Mountain Metal Detecting at gmail.com, and we'll get you something off of the Teespring. Thanks for participating, everybody. That was like,
Oh, I know.
it's like everybody answered
The
correctly.
computer was going to crash.
I
It blew
know.
up.
It's always a worry. It's always a concern.
It's shaking it.
I wanted to mention too. We've got Chris.
Hi.
We've got Eddie. My good friend Mike, who folks might remember from videos. It was like 2019, I think. He was with me when I found my gold coin. He's in town and he's in a video that hasn't been published yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's in town for maybe a few more weeks, and every day I email him and I say, or I send a text message that says, "Hey, buddy, we're going today. I gotta work."
That's what he said. Every day I'd be like, hey, remember we found the coin?
That's awesome. I reminded him of that too.
Yeah.
So Mike will be in a video in a few weeks at least. David says he used to live down the street from the Hires estate. Used to be the headquarters
Really?
of a general at Valley Forge. Wouldn't you? Wow. Would be a great place to
That's
melt detect, I
incredible.
bet.
Thank you for the shirt, love, everyone. Yes, bananas. Definitely.
Does Mike live far from you, Brad? Lauren asks. Well, Mike has been, he's been out in the, I don't know where he's been. Arizona, I think.
Arizona. Right?
Yeah. The last couple of years, ever since he stopped being in videos. He's back for a short period of time before he takes off again, I'm sure. Everybody loves your outfit, Eddie.
I do too. It just feel like myself, you know. Never been to get to embody my personality.
The only thing that could complete the outfit, I think, is an actual banana.
Maybe one of my little holsters.
Every time Brad bends down for his water, it's like an extra glow that happens from his shirt.
It's making me get hungry and all.
Russ asks, can we guess what Chris is supposed to be dressed up as?
Oh.
We all know who the tourist is.
Oh.
All right, we talked about that. We're going to circle around to this. So I wanted to remind folks. So what would I say? So this is my crazy story. You guys ready to hear a crazy story?
Okay.
So it was like 100. So it was like 100 degrees. I don't remember what month it is, and I just did not want to do any hiking into the mountains. And so I decided to just go to a local swimming hole that's in our town to do some metal detecting and film a video there. And I knew that I was just going to find clad coins and maybe a ring. And it took me like 3 hours to film the video, which is like half the time as usual. And I published it, on YouTube. And YouTube was like, thank you. I will give that to the algorithm. And it's like 1 million views. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll do some more water videos. And so this year, I spent a lot of time in streams, not necessarily because you guys like it, but because YouTube really liked it. I'm going to ask, do you guys enjoy seeing videos in water? Because that's not something I'd ever really done before. Eddie or Chris and I threw some magnets down a well.
Yeah, that was not fun.
I mean, no, that wasn't really water.
No.
But we don't. I've said over and over in previous videos, like our little mountain streams that we have up here, when we get torrential rain, they get
wash
torn
everything out. Yeah.
But this particular place that I went, it didn't seem to be too bad. I found stuff from the 1800s. I found an 18 whatever coin, Barber dime. So that was
an 18 whatever coin.
I know. I don't remember what the year was, but it was 1890 something, I think. So yeah, people seem to like the water stuff. So the last 2 or 3 videos that I filmed are around some more water. So if you like those, there's more coming up. And so yeah, because of that one video, I got like 25,000 more subscribers.
I noticed your thing bumped up, and I was like, "Wow, that was quick!" But I didn't realize that's what it was from.
There's just that one video. I don't know. One of these days I'll figure out the algorithm, but I haven't figured it out yet.
The lords of YouTube approve.
Water, I think, is the key. Here's your top tip for making YouTube videos. Water. It's the secret.
It's the secret to life.
Yeah, they're harder to do, to be quite honest, with the cameras and all that stuff. But
We should do a diving video.
would be fun.
Do it
That'd be fun.
the local pond, but you don't. I don't know what you'll find on there.
Right. Yeah, no, that's always been on my radar. But I think I mean, it's like a process to get scuba certified, right? I mean, you have to like take a class and stuff.
I've gone scuba diving. If you
Oh,
have an
really?
instructor with you, you'll
Oh,
be fine.
well, you should become an instructor, and then that way we don't have to.
Yeah. Help a couple of friends.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. So that the whole point of that story is there's like 25,000 more people that are now kind of subscribed to the channel. So in what this basically is the winter time between November and May. This video slowed down because probably not this week, but very soon we're gonna get snow. It was like beautiful today. It was
It's
like,
gonna be even nicer tomorrow.
Yeah. Well,
This is kind of
eventually there's gonna be snow. And
my old Santa Fe in New Mexico. They gotten snow twice.
oh really?
Yeah.
Well, they're at higher elevation, right?
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
It is. So so I can't make metal detecting videos once a week when there's a foot of snow on the ground. So they slow up, they become every other week, and then in between are vlogs. So I posted kind of like a announcement video saying, hey, winter schedule time, and everybody's like, well, I guess I'll have to wait every 2 weeks. Well, every other week there's going to be something. There's going to be a video. Maybe I'll be with these guys. Maybe I will be with the chickens. You never know. You guys want some chicken stories? Anybody interested in chicken stories?
Oh yeah. What's the latest on the girls? The chicks.
Donna would like to know if your mom made your uniform. Donna, I like the idea of calling it a uniform.
Uniform. I like that. I do like that. Yeah. She didn't. No. But I'm gonna start calling it my uniform.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Banana form.
Yeah. My true form.
The chickens are great. We had 7, we have 3 now because of a fox. But other than that, they're great. 3 that are left are great. Yeah, so I have several vlogs already filmed from way back in June. We went to a cryptozoology museum. You've been there, right?
I've been to that one actually. Yeah.
And they wouldn't let you film inside. So I took photos, like a lot of photos, and just recorded audio, like with my lav mic, as I was going through clicking pictures really fast. So it's like a stop motion.
Just a GIF, just really long.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, are you filming?" I'm like, "No, I'm taking pictures." What else we did? We went to some ruins, some lighthouses and stuff. So that was fun. So that's coming up next week. Hey, Chandler. Hey, Chandler. Looks like a party. It is.
Did anyone say how his uniform is appealing? Huh? No?
Appealing. I love it. This guy.
All right, it's 8:30. We're gonna do another giveaway. Okay.
I don't know what that was. Sorry.
So in the realm of water hunting, I made a video in the middle, when it was still warm out and still doing water hunts, where I was metal. So you guys get ready to answer. I gotta tell you guys what the answer is so that you can watch.
You can see it.
Can they?
Am I reading that right?
I don't know. Ready? It's this. It's just 4 letters.
Okay. I think I get it. I think I'm getting your gist.
I was metal detecting down below a burst
Root beer.
dam.
Almost.
A burst dam. And I found a pretty awesome piece of jewelry. What was it?
Go.
Oh, some pre-guessing.
It's a very specific word. It was a
Oh, it's gonna be so
kind.
fast.
It was a kind of piece of jewelry. It was the style of jewelry.
Don't
Everybody's
give 'em
saying ring
anymore.
because it's 4 letters, but it's not ring. It's a. I won't give them any more.
Hello, everyone.
Nobody's
Hello.
gonna get it because it's too specific.
Oh.
Let me preface it.
Oh, give him a minute. Someone out there is slowly typing.
Master,
right there.
master failure
Master failure.
says bangle cuff. Now here, now I want to correct. I found this silver bracelet,
Someone did say bracelet.
but the reason I said it was very specifically a cuff is because I called this a bangle, and I was eaten alive in the comment section to let me know that this is not a bangle. This is a cuff, because a bangle goes all the way around, and a cuff does not.
Oh,
So
interesting.
now I know. Now you all know. This is a cuff bracelet, and the reason I'm talking about it again is because, again, a lot of the comments were saying that looks Native American, and I have not confirmed whether it is or not. But there's no stamping on the inside. So it's either very old or potentially Native American. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
So Matt, what was his name? Master
Failure.
Master failure.
Master Failure. Whatever your real name may be,
He
or
was
she.
successful.
Right. Send me an email, greenmountainmetaldetecting@gmail.com. It's like 40 letters long, but I'm sure you can figure it out. We'll get you a prize off the Teespring.
That must have been really loud.
Well, here's the thing. You must have missed that video.
Yes, I did.
It was not that loud, but it was under a big rock. It was like, here's downstream. It was up under the rock this way.
Oh, okay.
And so I heard it, and I was like, all right, it's probably a beer can or whatever. So I started like getting the gravel out, and I reached in with my hand, and I felt it, and I was like, that's broken glass. And so I took this little digger tool that some subscriber sent me, and I was like, that's what all the scratches are.
No.
And then finally it came out, and it's like, whoa, that's a big piece of silver. So anyway, that was my exciting find. I still have to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about to find out if it's Native American or not. But
Pretty sweet still.
pretty sweet. So hey, thanks for everybody for participating. Sorry that was so specific, but I needed to tell the story of the cuff and the bangle. It's not a bangle. Jerry says, I miss you, Eddie.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. I miss being more out there too.
This is a sincere moment right now. I
It
really
is.
missed our camping aspect of the dig stock.
Yeah, I
Yes.
did too.
We don't film much of that, but
We've
it had become a tradition.
It
The
did,
metal
yeah.
detecting aside, just like
Yeah.
the adventures and the camping and
the expected every year forgetting a can opener and
Oh,
figuring
yes.
out a new creative way to get around it
To
and
open the
problem
beans.
solve. Yeah, to open the beans. Yeah, I know. I miss it too. And I have possible permission though. We've kind of teased about a little
That's
bit,
true.
so
So coming up, you got to get on his case about that and get us up there to.
I know. Things fall off the radar and I'm sorry. I owe it to the audience and all of us.
So folks may have seen a video that I published a few weeks ago now, going back to this clover field where Eddie and I, like the first place we ever found anything like super old, like colonial. You know the field that I'm talking about.
Yes.
Right. Hmm? Cow patty.
That field before that, maybe.
The one where I don't know how to describe it. The one that we got chased out of.
Oh, yeah, cow patty field,
I don't
yeah.
remember calling it that, but
That was where my first large scent was, man.
Right.
It was right under the cow patty. I'll never forget.
oh no,
it.
not that. No, we got chased out of that one by a bull, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, right.
No. The one we got chased out by the farmer.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. We've been chased out of a couple places. So.
Right. So let me tell the full story so everybody's on the same page here. So Eddie and I have a friend and his family owns a very large piece of land in our town. And they're it's a farming family. And he got us on this piece of the clover field, the clover patch there. And we found a bunch of stuff there very early on in our little metal detecting career. And then I was up there by myself one day, and my friends, I didn't know who this guy was, but it was my friend's brother, came up and he's like, "Who are you? You need to get out of here." There was a terrible miscommunication, and he was very upset that I was there. And then, but it all got straightened out.
Can we elaborate more? Because some of it was kind of hilarious, though, the details with the identification of,
this gentleman.
It was
okay. So let me elaborate without actually using real names. So my friend's father, the patriarch of the family, has a name which is the same first name as this gentleman who's his son, Junior. So he comes up and I said, "Hey, I have permission from Frank." And he's like, "Well, I'm Frank,
I'm
and
Frank.
I don't know who you are." And I was like, "Okay, I gotta go."
like you are what?
Because I had never met my friend's father, Frank. So I was like, "You okay?"
Oh my God, there's a terrible mistake. Yeah.
So long story short, Frank Jr. asked if I'd help him find a tractor part with my metal detector. And I found it in like 5 minutes. It was amazing. It was this huge field. And I was like, "Beep, beep, found it." And he's like, "Go up there whenever you want." I was like, "Excellent. Thank you very much." So I've been up there a few times now. Mike was up there with me.
Wasn't I supposed to?
You
go
were
with
supposed
you?
to.
I finished I had a couple nighttime at school, and we finished too early. So the next day I had to go in at a normal time. It was upsetting.
We were ready. I was ready to bring you up there.
And all the things that you kept.
I know.
All day. Look at this. Look at this.
I kept on sending pictures of all the colonial coppers I was finding. I was like, "Hey, buddy, I found another one. This one could have been yours."
I ruined some instruments at work because I was just tearing into them.
So anyway, so that's that. So maybe people saw the short. Started making some shorts on YouTube. When I was asked to find this tractor part, I was walking by this old home that is just dilapidated, just on the farmland. And he's like, my friend's like, "Oh yeah, just metal detect down the way, up the trail, up the cow path, and all this stuff." And it's like, okay. And like my second target was the 1776. I don't remember what it was now, 1 or 2 real. It's like, well, can we come back here maybe? And he kept that, and I was happy to have him keep it, to keep him happy and ensure more visits in the future. BN says, "Need all 3 of you in future vids." We were just talking about what was the last video all 3 of us was in it, and it was Dig Stock, the fall Dig Stock last year. And before that, it was Memorial Day of 20.
Oh my goodness, this was
2021.
What was it?
What's this year? 2022. Yeah, so it was 2021 Memorial Day. We were all together.
That's
So
crazy.
twice in the last 2 years. But they're still alive. They're here.
Yeah.
Mark says, Brad, do a video on how you make your music. I have videos of that. There's some videos of me and Chris working on our album that we haven't worked on at all in about a year and a half.
Talk about swag.
And I have videos of making the DeGraw theme music, like real time, coming up and writing that. But it all happens right here. I'm not going to spin the camera around because I spent like a half an hour getting it just right. But the recording gear is over here, and I've got guitars in there. Just, you know, make it up.
Working on a drum shed right now, so hopefully maybe drum shack. I don't know what to call it yet.
Drum shack.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to do more ideas and send them to you, and maybe work on more stuff.
Maybe we can finish this album we've been working on for about 15 years.
What's a couple more?
JD says, when is the new DeGraw series you mentioned coming out? And right before that, somebody else asked. Oh no, Bill asked that. But one comment above him, JD says, how's the special project that successes DeGraw coming? DeGraw.
Is it DeGraw?
Well, we talked about this in the very beginning, but we'll just, because there's some new people here, we'll just say
You said it's like 80%.
80% done.
Done.
Filmed, edited.
It's happening. It's coming along.
It's definitely happening. We've sent it all to Chris with a straight face. Don't say a word. Chris has seen it all. Chris might actually be in an episode for a short period of time.
Yeah, well, there you go. Last time.
That's true. We were.
That's true. On this,
I will also say that currently the new series blooper reel is about 12 minutes long.
That's incredible.
I know. It's so long, and it's all hilarious. I'm really excited about publishing it.
There's almost too much. Maybe there should be this series bloopers and then just a year.
There are no year bloopers. It's all from the series.
Oh my goodness.
I've always published bloopers, you know, the first week in January with the kind of year recap. But I don't really have any because it was just me all year.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not funny just watching me not be able to speak.
I can kick out of it.
So there's no bloopers for just for the year because we
dropping cameras in rivers or anything.
No, not really. I don't think so.
You're getting too good at your job. You got to shake it up a little.
I know. So there's not going to be any kind of year-end bloopers, but we have a lot of new series bloopers. A lot. Okay. Matt says, has anyone seen you out filming the new series?
Anyone?
That one guy that yelled at us about parking.
That's right. The one moment, the one day that Chris was filming with us.
Can we back it up a little bit? Because we kind of were pushed out of two locations. There was two sites we needed to visit, and
wait, hang on before you say anything.
Yeah,
else.
I shouldn't say anything else. I don't want to give away anything.
So Chris accompanied us to two different places. And the first place, what are we going to say about it? The first place we showed up, and we will say that the grass was perfectly manicured. It was like a quarter of an inch long. The grass.
There wasn't a single protruding blade I could see.
No leaves. No leaves.
No leaves.
It's beautiful.
And
a whole team of people came in, blowing stuff around.
No, they came
blowing.
As soon as we geared up, like, all right, guys, you know, this is the spot. And then, yeah.
And then a whole trailer of people came with lawn. It was like 2 or 3 lawn mowers, like the big ones.
Right on mowers.
Like, what are you cutting?
A guy with a weed whacker. Excuse me, guys. Right there.
Like
what is happening?
They must have had a like a contract with the town that's just like every 3 days go cut the lawn.
And here we are, the tripods. Like, I guess we'll pick it up and come back. All right.
Right. So then we're like, all right, well, let's film a different part of this episode somewhere else quickly, and then maybe come back once they're done mowing the lawn, and maybe they're still there. Who knows? Maybe they spent all day there. And so we go to a different spot, and I was parked in a place I was not supposed to be parked, and a guy came and yelled at us. You can't park there. Did you see that sign? It says no parking.
But let's be fair though. There's a sign like across a field that we're in. He's like, you see that way out there? That means you can't park anywhere here.
I'm sorry. We're just filming this real quick thing. What are you filming? We're looking for like a legendary treasure. No. So anyway, that was
a great day.
That was an eventful day filming. Lots of bloopers from that day. Man.
You guys are probably watching right now too.
Duck's Custom Garage says it sounds like you was in a golf course. No, it was the parking area for a forested, town-owned forested lot that has some history behind it. And there's like, I've been there, but once before, a couple times before maybe. There's never been anybody there. But man,
and the other day it's like quaint, beautiful, so quiet. We show up and it's a ruckus.
All right, guys, it is 1:15, which means it is time to give something else away. So, in the same conversation of talking about the new series, let's go back in time to the Finding the Vault of DeGrau.
No.
You know what I could do right now, just to tease, is I could play part of the new series on my phone for the camera, because there's some of it that's done.
I don't know, man.
You're right.
I don't know.
Oh,
We need to carefully consider the little snippet that we share.
You're right.
Play guitar.
And I gotta be honest, I'm still disappointed that some of the lack of finds in the second treasure box, man.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's the reward. A little added, you go and find it, get a little sneak taste, just a taste.
Oh, those who find.
What if they get a taste?
They get
just a little.
They get to see a clip of the new series.
Right? Yeah, that'd be cool. Right? There's no snow on the ground, right? I know.
All right. So here's the question, folks. If you're just popping in, we're gonna ask a question. The first person to answer it correctly will win a prize off of the Teespring website. It's not fair. Just the first person we happen to see. Our chat window is not going to be the same as your chat window. So just already getting ahead of the angry emails that I always get. They send me a screenshot. Look, I was first. Well, not on ours. Okay. When in the DeGrau series, and I understand some people stopped watching that because they were just positive we weren't going to find the legendary treasure. So maybe you didn't see this episode. Ben Harper's here.
Ben Harper.
Ben says it's
legendary treasure hunter.
He is the legendary. Ben is the one who found the actual treasure chest full of silver in the mountains. Thanks for swinging by, Ben. Nice to see you.
No.
And can I tell you, I've already told you this in an email, but I want to tell you again. I ran into you at Bone in the spring, and I shook your hand and I said, "Hey, man, how you doing?" And I should have. I showed up late and everybody was like leaving to go where everybody was supposed to go. And I didn't know where that was. So I was like, I got to go follow all these people because I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go. We should have taken a picture together. We should have talked longer. Hopefully you'll be around again and we can do that. He plans on going to Digstock in North Carolina. Maybe I'll see you there. K Solon says, "Am I being hacked? Who are these guys?
Who are these guys?"
Awesome, Ben. Well, hopefully I'll see you there. So anyway, trivia.
Not trivia.
Trivia question.
Trivia.
Here we go. We're going to ask a question. First person to answer correctly wins a prize. Are we ready? During the DeGraw series, when Eddie and I go for it.
Yeah, I can do it.
When Eddie and I do it, we're dowsing. When Eddie and I were dowsing, what did we find with the dowsing rods? Go. You guys know what this is? It's this. I know.
Yeah. Nice
It's
try.
not water.
Nice try. Right there.
Right there.
Oh my God.
Matthew
Crow.
Crow.
Matthew Crow. We did. And yeah, so when I tell people, occasionally meet new people, they don't know anything about me or the YouTube channel or anything, and I start having a conversation. Sometimes the DeGraw series comes up, and I say, "Oh yeah, me and my buddy went looked for this like legendary treasure," and the legend is like has all these great stories, like they consorted a psychic and they used dowsing rods. So we also hired a psychic and we used dowsing rods, and they're like, "Wait, dowsing rods? Isn't that for water?" Like, yeah, but apparently people used them to find treasure as well.
It's looking at the candy. I gotta get another piece.
We have a whole bowl of candy in here, left over from Halloween. Becca, my wife, says, "Here, please take this and eat it."
Yes, I will. I'll be off all night.
Nice work, Matthew. We did find a cave. There's nothing in the cave. And
I was still excited.
had we not found the cave, maybe we would have kept searching and actually found DeGraw's treasure. You ever think about it that way?
Had we not found the cave, we would have kept searching.
Maybe we stopped prematurely. Oh, we got a super chat earlier.
Oh, that's right. Right before trivia.
Right before trivia. Dan Taraska, love your detecting videos. Huge inspiration. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Dan, for the $5 and the kind words. And Sissy Kenyon sent $10 with no message. Sissy and I have chatted quite a bit in the past. Nice to see you.
Yeah, the cave was still amazing fun though. Mind blowing. Because, got a skeptic out here with me. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna find anything.
And we kind of danced around this a little bit in the series. There was a lot of angry comments in the video about not actually using a metal detector. We didn't actually use metal detectors almost at all in that show. And it's because the vast majority of the places we were national forest, and you're not allowed to metal detect. So we just kind of like rubbed the pointer down in the rocks and called it good, kind of skirting around the rules a little bit. But there is a way to, if you are confident there's a treasure in a particular place, you can go to the ranger station and get a treasure trove permit. And then you can go excavate a treasure. So that's always the step that you need to take if you're positive there's some treasure in some federal land. And maybe we know something about treasure trove permits now because of a new series that's coming out soon.
It's too much. Too much. Too much info. Whoa, another super chat.
David Paul sent $2.79 Canadian. Message retracted. Well,
it was in Canadian, so
the message was in Canadian. Kevin says, just wondering if you got to Chill Bill's private collection. Got to what? Is there a missing word in there? I definitely saw some of. He's a collector, so I saw lots of his different collections in his home. David says, come metal detect Victoria, Australia. Okay. Some nice nuggets. That would be a trip of a lifetime, Australia. Eddie.
We got a lot of banana love, outfit love. I mean, thank you all. Oh, a question.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't read that one out loud. Thank you, Chris,
Thanks.
for the question.
And the visual.
The answer is yes. We're gonna try to keep this to about an hour, which means we've got like maybe we'll probably go a little bit over, but 5-10 minutes left of the live chat for the fall, for the end of 2021, essentially. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Vlogs are coming up. Lots of chicken stuff. Big stock. We talked about new series. We teased about a whole lot. Maybe just a still from the new series.
Still, all right, still.
Let's see. Ooh. No, we can't have any audio here. What do you think? Good. Oh, maybe the one. Maybe this scene right here.
Really?
This one?
Oh, that one? Which, this one?
Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe this one.
Yeah, that was a good. That's a great shot. It doesn't give away the story.
Okay, ready?
All right.
Here's the first still from the new series. Are we ready? Get it to focus. That is Eddie in a kayak rowing to an island.
All right. Yeah. I didn't know how much you were going to say. I wanted to say.
And that was me in a paraglider above him with my camera. Spared no expense this time. Oak Island, Sissy says. We're in Vermont. The series is in Vermont. The new Gilligan Island.
It's captain to you.
God.
Banana Island.
Master Failure, the winner, says, gotta like a man that is mature enough to be bold. Love it, Eddie.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, man. Well, hey, thanks, everybody, for swinging by. We're going to do one more trivia question. Do you guys want to? Is there anything else we need to talk about? I'll be honest.
We're going to go offline, and I'm going to think of something right away.
Yeah. But I'll be honest. This last 6 months, my mind has been totally encompassed by the new series. It's all I've been thinking about. It's all I've been thinking about, just, planning. Everywhere I go, I'm writing notes down, coming up with ideas, sending clips to Chris, sending clips to Mike, sending clips to...
There's been so much. I mean, like, not
It's
just
a lot
like
of work.
time
It's
and work, like actual
crazy
work. I just mean like brain power. There's been a lot to wrap our heads around, a lot of planning. Some days you don't even want to know. It's like when schedules align, and like all of us, when we had a day, it was like a scheduled day.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we have this to get done, and this. It's not like, I mean, it's fun. We're having fun.
Oh,
but-
yeah.
They had me for, the little part that I was in and stuff, and then they're like, "Okay, see ya.
we got to go. We got to go film something real quick.
Yeah.
Can we have lunch?"
So I cannot wait to start posting that. That's all we'll say. We keep on saying, that's all we're going to say. No more. Maybe another still real quick. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. Spoiling them.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Kat says, have you reached out to Goldshaw Farms in Peacham, Vermont to hit his farm for treasure hunting? Can I tell you that he has emailed me at least 3 times saying, "Hey, want to come up metal detecting?" And I write back, "Yeah, sure, let's pick a day." And then I never hear from him again. And then like a year later, he'll write me another email like we've never spoken before. He's like, "Hey, you want to come up metal detecting?" Yeah, let's pick a day. And then I never hear from him again. So tell him
To show up.
just tell him to write me an email saying, "Hey, come this day," and then I'll just show up.
Yeah.
Because I'm down. Okay. Master Failure says, when is the live stream concert?
Pretty cool.
Eddie plays guitar. Chris plays guitar.
I do.
I play guitar.
We wrote the new, the
We
new
did.
theme and
We should mention that
everything.
too. If you go listen to the new theme song,
Yeah.
Eddie and I,
Time machine.
in fact, Eddie wrote the main theme.
Nice.
And then
Took a couple versions,
we have a video clip, which I don't, maybe you have a copy of that. I lost it. It was a clip of you
I have
playing
it.
the guitar and I'm playing the cello and
Oh,
we're
I have
coming
it.
up with some themes for it.
I have it. Should we?
There's no tease. You just go listen to it. Go to the website. You can
No,
listen to it.
I have it. I
Oh.
have that clip you're talking about.
Yeah?
Or should that go into
No, don't play that.
historical archives, probably?
Maybe
Save
we'll
it.
put it in the after show. No, we're not going to play a concert. I don't think I have enough guitars that are tuned right now. It would be terrible. I was going.
And we're all gonna be like fighting for space.
Right. Okay, so here's the final question. Are we ready, everybody? All you have to do is answer correctly and be the first one to do so. I don't think I need to write down the answer for these guys because we all remember who won the trophy at the last dig stock the 3 of us were able to attend. Was it Chris? Was it me, Brad? Or was it Eddie?
Sam
Yeah.
Shaw.
Sam Shaw answers correctly, Brad. And I would love, so write me an email, Sam Shaw, Green Mountain Metal Detecting at gmail.com, and we'll get you something off the Teespring. I would love to show you that trophy.
I was gonna bring it tonight too.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, you
Real.
weren't.
It's going in my drum shack.
I have the old one up there. It like fell apart. It's like on the left side in the back. It's just like all broken, falling apart. But anyway, so yes. So hopefully the next time we all go to an event, maybe Bone in the spring, unless you guys can somehow hop on an airplane and go down to North Carolina.
I have free miles.
Maybe we'll do another competition, or maybe we could just do it just somewhere here. It doesn't have to be an event, right?
We'll make our own event.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, we're not.
We've talked about it, but I don't
Okay,
think
but we have talked about it. Since
Yeah.
you opened the door, we have talked. I have talked about it extensively, but yeah, I know.
it just seems like too much work, and the dig stock guys do too good of a job. We'll just go to theirs.
Yeah, it would be
Let them do all of it.
wrong.
You guys do an amazing job.
So yeah, let's just chat with the chat. Chat with the chat for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a night. I don't have any more trivia questions, so I don't have anything else to give away.
That is set the fashion bar.
That's right. John says, I wonder if you have measured what % of Vermont you have detected.
Wow.
Not much, I would guess. Considering, like, if I metal detect an area like the size of, I don't know, half a football field, I can probably go back 10 times and find stuff I missed.
I was going to say, if you actually did a football field with your coil,
Yeah.
you can go over the whole thing as much as you want.
Right.
It's still.
It's like
It's true.
it's like going like this, but my pen is my metal detector, and going like this, like there's a lot of yellow still left, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so probably not even a %, I would guess.
0.002. Not even that.
David says, coming to Canada anytime soon in the future. I've never been to Canada.
What?
Yeah,
You never been to Canada? It's right there.
I know.
No, I've I've never been to
I
Canada.
can smell it from here, but I've never been there.
Going in the summer. Montreal.
Mm.
Oui, oui.
We went in high school. The French class went to Quebec, but I didn't go. I don't remember why I didn't go, but I didn't go.
My German class went to Germany and I didn't go. I kind of wish I did.
That class I went to Australia and I didn't go. Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Isn't that like the lapidary class? Didn't they go to Hawaii?
I went to
and stuff?
Hawaii. Yeah, I was in that too. I didn't go.
We're a bunch of reclusive, just introvert losers.
Get out more. Peace.
Dan asks, what is your favorite finds of all time? I'll let you guys answer first. I can't do of all time. I think I have to do by year. Because I find every time I find something new, it's always my most favorite thing. I kind of forget about all the previous things.
I don't know. I still like my huge bell that I found. You know,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. That or my first Connecticut copper, because that got me hooked. It got me hooked, Brad. I didn't go at all yet this year, though. Kind of sad.
I don't think I've been down this year either. I don't know. It's hard to place on one favorite, though, definitely. Because it's like, it's tough. Because kind of like what you say, there's almost like classifications and different excitements that come with it. You know what I mean? Like you find your first real cool jewelry, like, this is the coolest thing ever. And you find a sweet coin. This is the coolest thing ever.
Yeah. I found this thing last week, Thursday, and it's going to be a trivia for these guys as true Vermonters.
Oh, no.
Ready? So the camera can see it. Any guesses? I was very excited about this when I found it. Does anybody know? Does anybody know out there? Vineyard Sky says
Maple Trap.
Maple Tap. It's an old one. Late 1800s Maple Tap.
That's crazy.
The bucket would hang from this.
Right there, and that's
This would go into this tree that way, and then it would drip out here.
out there.
Yep. I actually found two that day. Two different styles.
Oh, look at that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
This is a more classical, what you imagine. I didn't know what this was when I found it. I found this first, and then I found this one. Maybe it was the other way around. And then I was like, oh, no, wait. I was Googling. I was like, is that what this is? And I Googled it, and then I saw pictures of these, and I said, oh, yeah, heck yeah. Maple Taps.
That's awesome.
So that, is that my favorite of all time? No, but it's what I'm really excited about right
That's
now.
a true Vermont find.
Yeah, that is a true.
And people always ask, do you ever find Maple Taps? No. Those are the first two ever.
You don't go near enough trees.
I'll interact with the chat a couple more minutes. What are you going to do all winter? I don't know. Shovel.
We'll finish the series.
Yes, we'll
Make
finish the series.
microphones.
Yeah, make microphones and make leather stuff. I haven't made a backpack since.
It was 2 years ago. Right?
No, I made one and gave one away in the spring live stream.
No.
Fortunately, I don't have any to give away for this live stream. I would love to, but I just haven't made one all summer. Is it Anna's charm? Maybe. That's definitely the thing that I love talking about the most, I think, because it has such a great story behind it.
Where did that end up again?
It's my curio. It was a long story attached with it. It was destined for the Conway Historical Society, and I was going to do a talk and everything, but it got postponed like 4 times for COVID, and then I just never went back. But Nancy says least favorite find.
Least favorite find.
Oxnard.
I'm gonna say axe heads because it came with a really hurtful nickname.
Axe Head Eddie?
Yeah, just every time because I'd be digging in a hole. Oh boy, I'm probably like, oh, Eddie's got something. Like, what is it? And I know it's an axe head, and I'd be too scared. Like, it doesn't go away. No, what is it? It's an axe head, okay? It's an axe head. Leave me alone.
I think
What about your buckle? Wasn't that a pretty good find?
that was a
there?
pretty good find. It
Eddie's
was.
buckle too.
This is the least favorites.
Yeah, least favorite. Probably something that like gets you really excited, and then you start digging it up, and it's like an ox knob, right? It's always
Yeah.
like, oh gosh, thought for sure this was going to be a coin. I will say, these last few weeks, I've been doing a lot of detecting around water. I have found so many fishing lures that sound so good, and they stick you every once in a while. Man,
I think the ox shoe, because I couldn't find one for the longest time, and you kept throwing them at me. And then finally, I was like,
Found your ox shoe.
I found the first one, and then all of a sudden, that's all I could find. I'm like, oh no.
Diana says, Brad finds more buttons than any detectorist I've ever seen. I don't know what there is about it. I wish I found less.
Around me.
Coin addiction. New blooper reel coming. We talked about this like 20 minutes ago. I don't have a yearly blooper reel this year, but we have like basically an episode long blooper reel from the new series that's coming out. Not sure when we'll publish that, but
Jug.
The jug was sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I went into that hoping to find a croc, like, you know, one of these big boys, and I found so many fragments. Like, I probably could have glued one together from all of the fragments I found. So when he found that, I was like, man, he found my croc. But it was a jug.
Yeah.
And it was just a tiny bit chipped on the top. Amazing.
Say, did you?
That's fine.
Oh, Bob says all the new viewers probably don't know Brad's alias is Dermot.
That's right.
It's making its rounds again.
The other day too, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Making
we were
its
talking
rounds
about
again.
it.
On Facebook, I think I received at least 20 emails and messages on Facebook being like, hey, and they always range from you're a hero to hey, somebody, you know, stole your photo to is your name really Dermot? So folks who don't know, I'm not going to get into it. There's a whole vlog all about it. So I post, what do I say? I post on Reddit and Imager every once in a while, just kind of like, just like a slideshow type thing of like one of my videos. So I'll take screenshots of my videos and then I'll write text out, basically just a text post of one of my videos. And every once in a while, these really scammy clickbait, I don't even know who does it, but they went through and they ripped a bunch of my photos and just made up a totally fictional story about how this but my name is Dermot, was like hiking through the woods and found a log pile that was actually a cabin, and there was a girl that was kidnapped and she was in the log cabin, and I saved her.
It's almost like a class or something, you know, like students are doing. I know it's not, but it's how it. I don't know how it's made bizarre. And stuff. It just seems weird.
And those sites and those web pages and those YouTube channels, like they crank these things out like a dozen of them a day. And for some reason, my story where I save a young girl in a log pile cabin, like has traction, and it just people see it everywhere. Like, hey, and I've been saying the whole time, like, at least I'm the hero, right? Like, what if I was the dude who kidnapped the young girl?
Yeah, that's true.
That would be a problem.
They could have at least got a picture of your face though, without dirt on it.
Yeah. Well, I guess just hikers have, because I was a hiker in this story. Right. Dermot the hiker has just a dirty face.
Who just makes up that name? It's just so odd.
Dermot.
The whole story is very odd. Very odd.
Yeah. And I feel, I won't say that. Brad, our hero. Thank you, Mary. Rossico says, have you had the same hat since the beginning of the channel? Will you reach in the top of that cardboard box?
Oh boy.
What?
The fun
This one?
game.
Yeah. You didn't want to touch it?
No.
Ooh, don't show that. This is the legendary Brad hat from 2021 and the beginning of 2022.
It'll be a museum one day.
This is the new one. You can notice the resemblance. So there it is. Irene says, there it is. Now he has a different hat. So the hat, so that hat was like, it's my metal detecting hat. And this is my, dress up hat. My fine dining hat.
Just got this one in Salem.
Ooh. This one smells like bug spray and thermocell and sweat. Not appropriate for going out to dinner.
That's right. I remember when you were rocking them. You had the thermocell for a while.
I still have it.
I remember walking behind you in the woods and
Yeah.
feeling better protected than the bugs walking behind. That's it.
Oh, JD was here. Unfortunately, I can't stay tonight. Just wanted to pop in and say, keep up the good work. Hey, thanks for swinging by.
Thank you.
JD says, do you wear your hat to bed? That's private. Eddie wears this hat to bed. This is his night hat.
Absolutely. It actually doubles as like, those. Oh no, I don't know what it's called. They ruined it. You know what I'm trying to say? The
Not
thing
at
that
all.
go over your eyes and you sleep. What are those called?
Like a mask? Like
Yeah, one of those
sleeping
eye masks. That's what I'm trying to say. It doubles as that.
Yeah.
It'd be funnier if I remember. If I knew what that freaking word was.
Lyle says, hats off to you boys.
Aw,
I love good pun.
it's very funny.
All right. We went 20 minutes past. Thanks everybody for swinging by and joining the live stream. Next week will be the first vlog of the winter season, but then it'll be followed by a great metal detecting video, which I'm excited to share back at, well, I'm not sure where it's going to be yet, but it's either going to be the Cloverfield or it's going to be more bottle digging, or maybe it's going to be one of these water hunts that I just did. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for all the super chats, everybody. Very, very kind and generous. And the next live stream would normally be the spring live stream, but we'll probably do one after the finale of the new series.
You had a very bold.
You're gonna get it done.
It's got to. We're almost done. 80% is
you're
like
right.
very done.
You're right. We should be more confident.
You know, I have this fear that the hard drive. I have this
Oh my god.
designated
don't even say
hard
it.
drive for the series. The only thing on it is the series, and I'm just gonna like plug it in one day, and it's just gonna be blank or something.
You're not gonna copy it somewhere?
Should you think I should do that?
Yes.
But
Back
here's
it
the
up.
thing: is I actually bought a second hard drive for that, and I'm paranoid that I'm gonna do the copy, and I'm gonna
And that's where you're
accidentally,
gonna lose it.
and I'm actually gonna copy the blank one onto the
Oh,
series hard drive.
man.
So I don't even wanna
that's
try it.
scary.
What do you? So I'm just like very carefully plugging it
Cloud.
in.
Put it in the cloud a bunch of times. Different.
Man, it's
That's
like
a lot of
it's
files.
it's like-
That's a lot.
huge.
it's like 800 gigs right now. Anyway,
You lock that thing up when you go to bed.
Pancake Man, I'm late. Are you planning to still metal detect in the winter, or do you have any tips for doing so? Pancake Man sends $10.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pancake Man.
Do you have plans to still metal detect in the winter? We metal detect here in Vermont as long as there is not more than 3 inches of snow. I've been known to go in a couple inches of snow.
The ground's still not frozen at some point, so
Right. And then here's the thing too: is in the forest, the duff, the leaf litter, the pine needles, and all that stuff will usually insulate the ground quite a bit. Where if you go in a field, it's like a rock, but in the forest, you can usually metal detect all year as long as there isn't snow. So there's your tip. But depends on where you are. But yeah, cold weather doesn't bother me. It's just
Trekking in the snow.
kicking snow aside to then swing your metal detector is kind of a drag.
Remember
Throwing
that
that
one
snow in
time
my
we went?
face.
It was like April, and I was in shorts.
Oh, I remember.
And I'm like, it's beautiful out. This is terrific. And then we get up on the mountain, snow over my boots.
Going into your
I'm
boots.
so cold. Can we play? We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We had to take some special measures to make it through the day.
We did.
We
And
did.
and the whole point behind that story though is that we didn't even find what we were looking for.
Yeah, I know. It's too hard in the snow.
We just went home.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. I'm
Good
gonna
night.
I'm gonna back up the series hard drive. And
You'll lose sleep over that.
I do already. Thanks for everybody for coming and joining us. We
Thanks.
will.
We'll try to be in more
Thanks for-
videos.
Yes, we will. Thanks for the support. Much love.
Say thanks for all the